Hey guys, a long time no talk. Sorry, I've been super busy with my construction business. I had to wrap up a bunch of projects by the end of the summer here so I can move on with my trucking business, right? So I had to make sure I set up proper people to watch after the business while I'm setting up the trucking and driving and everything. So I needed to make sure proper people were in place to supervise the jobs. I had to do a few jobs myself, and other than that, I got a pretty busy life too, guys. I don't know if you remember, I got 3 kids and a pregnant wife at home. I got a fourth one coming for December, so I got a pretty busy life. Anyways, sorry about that, guys. I'll be posting some videos, a couple of videos a week here now, so because I'm getting ready to hit the road with the truck. So I posted in my last video I had an issue with the transmission on the truck, and I was fighting with the dealer and the leasing company and everything. So they've paid for everything. It was an $8,000 bill to completely rebuild the transmission. So technically I could say I got a brand new transmission. If the original transmission ran 550,000 kilometers on this truck, they pretty much told me that after the rebuild, I can easily put that many kilometers on it again, right? So, and they made sure everything else was good on the truck too, for the transmission, suspension, and everything, right? So, other than that, everything is great. Got my tailgate installed on it. I've purchased the tailgate about a month ago. I put a deposit on it. The shop was pretty busy to install it for me. I finally got that installed too. I'm about to show it to you, which is sweet. It's a pretty good one too. It's not the smallest platform. I think it's a 54-inch, which is nice because I've seen some 48-inch ones and those get pretty tight to unload a pallet. This is a 54-inch and it's rated up to 3,300 pounds, which is really nice. I'm just doing some box here. I swept it up a little bit, got it ready, so it's all set up and everything. There's part of the platform here for the new tailgate. Bought a couple of bungee cords. I was a Princess Auto the other day, just some corner pieces if I have to tie something down. I bought a couple of ratchet straps, fixed the lights. There's a bunch of electrical wiring issues in this box part as well. I got a bunch of lights. I couldn't figure out how to work them, but I had to troubleshoot a lot of electrical, and now they're censored. So when you walk under them, they turn on. They're motion censored, which is nice, so you don't have to turn them on or off. Right? So you walk underneath them, they're all turned on, all 4 of those, and I think they shut down in about 30 seconds or so. So I got myself 4 E-track straps for now. I'm sure we're gonna need a couple more, but 4 16-footers for an hour is good enough. As I said, I picked those up at Princess Auto as well. A couple bungee cords to strap down my pallet jack. I did buy pallet. I don't remember the brand of it off the top of my head, but I bought it on Facebook Marketplace. It's a pretty good condition. I paid $400 for it. Sure, you can buy a cheaper one, but I wanted to go for a 5,000 pound one, so I'm not limiting myself on what I can do. Also, this truck cab camera, and but this is actually a new one because it has a screen. All the wiring is done. There's an old one. That's the old one, but it was all getting pretty crappy already, wired up and everything. So I ordered just a camera on Amazon and made sure all the wiring I redone. I don't know if you can see that or not, but I've redone a bunch of wiring in there, and I've installed a brand new camera as well. So now my screen that's already set up in the truck, and with the new camera that I just bought too. So here is the tailgate. It is a used one, but they've installed it, they tested it, all the hydraulics are rebuilt and everything. Put a new switch for me here, and they painted it too. So I'm sure half of you guys already, not half of you, probably all of you guys already know how this works. It's a pretty standard tailgate. Folds down like this. pretty easy one-hand operation. Nicely painted new tailgate. As you can see, they had to cut off a bunch of my frame, do a bunch of wiring and whatnot, and all the hydraulics, everything is painted, but it's all operated by just up and down switch, right? So sounds pretty nice. I like it. As I said, I like the fact that it's all painted and looking new. Pretty big platform, easy enough to get a pallet on it. I love the tuck away platforms. They're really nice, right? As you can see, all the cylinders are nice and shiny. Pretty nice and easy. Spring assisted. One hand operation. It tucks away like that. Boom. So that's that. Then got some rust off my wheels too. Was scraping that off, and it's all looking like brand new. I got a busy driveway here. I got a truck and a trailer and my wife's car and everything. So got a small first aid kit as well. Just to have in the truck. I just picked up whatever they had at Canadian Tire. I got a small fire extinguisher as well. I think it's a 5 pound. Yeah, 5 pound. But not, yeah, this is the screen that I had already for my camera. And then got a phone holder off Amazon as well. So the truck works super nice. The mechanic said that the engine pretty much purrs. Disregard that, because that's just idling. It's showing crazy stuff. 99 liters, 100 kilometers. But I found out that I have a 250 liter diesel tank, and when I had a full tank in this, it showed almost 1,000 kilometers on a full tank, which is pretty darn good for driving, right? So one of these things, it's a Bluetooth / music, because this stereo, down the road I want to put a new stereo in here if I need it, but we'll see how it goes. I have one of these actually kicking around in one of my work vans, and it's a FM transmitter. You plug it in and you set a certain channel to it. It connects to Bluetooth, and it streams the music into your radio, and you can actually have hands-free as well for the phone and everything. So there's the camera show, right? I just set it up so it goes straight down. You can barely see the bottom of my tailgate, but it is good enough for me backing up in a warehouse or in a parking lot or something like that, right? So it only triggers when you put it in reverse. Yeah, I'm pretty darn happy that I finally got everything set up. I'm basically ready to roll. There's a bunch of companies here locally in BC that are hiring 5-ton drivers. As I mentioned before, they all roughly paid the same. I have a friend who, remember that guy who bought an expensive Hino truck? So he picked up a contract through a company. He's delivering appliances, but you need a helper for that. So basically what he's doing, he's going to a warehouse every morning. Shut off the truck here. He goes to the warehouse every morning and loads up, and he does about 16 to 20 deliveries per day. So that's quite a bit. But what he has to do, his service is he picks up all the deliveries in the warehouse in the morning. So he has all the stuff on him, then he delivers, but he also brings it up. So let's say if it's a condo, 20th, 30th floor, he brings it up, he sets it up, so he has to unpackage the stuff, set it up, and he has to hold the old one away. And he needs a helper for that, right? So it's a 2-person position. So, and as far as I know, he gets paid, I think it's $55 per delivery, for one delivery, or per piece of appliance. Let's put it that way. So if he's delivering 2, then he's getting paid $55 each. and I think he gets paid like $5 or $10 to bring the old one back. So give or take, it's about $60 per piece of appliance that he gets paid. So if he does 15, let's say if he does 20, like he actually worked a Saturday yesterday, and he said he did 20 deliveries. So at 20 deliveries is $60. He's getting paid $1,200 to deliver those. But he told me he was 13 hour. He worked a 13-hour day yesterday for those $1,200. Out of the $1,200, he has to pay his helper. I think he pays them $20 an hour or something like that, or even 18. So just ballpark the math, right? At $20 an hour, 12 hours, that's $240. Let's say $250 to the helper. So out of the $1,200, he has to pay $250 to the helper, and then obviously less the gas and everything. But to me, that's a lot of hustle. That's not the kind of work I'm going after, because you got to go into customers' house, you got to bring it in, you got to be nice and talking to customers. I've spent 16 years in the customer service business with my construction, where I always have to talk to people, and I don't want to deal with that anymore. But he makes a good buck, right? So he's probably, his gross income per week at 6 days, give or take, average $800, probably close to $5,000 a week delivering appliances. So it is possible. You gotta have a helper full time, right? And you gotta hold that crap up the stairs, dollies, unpackage. You gotta make sure you get rid of the garbage, and then you gotta take the old stuff to the warehouse in the morning, obviously, right? But that's what he's doing. That's what he likes to do, and it's pretty good money actually for a 5-ton truck, right? So I'm going after different stuff. I got a bunch of companies that are just calling me like crazy every day. The ones that I went and had an interview with, now they're calling me wondering when I can start delivering. I hopefully should be on the road on September 7th with one of those companies, maybe a couple of them, because I still got one more week to wrap up my construction business. So that way I can completely walk away and still have the profit coming in, and I can fully concentrate on the truck part. So that is the plan. And again, sorry guys for disappearing. I will still be posting a video very soon on all the expenses and everything like that. And yeah, I'm back on track, guys. I'll be posting a couple of videos a week for sure, and I'll be driving soon too, so you guys can see some numbers. Okay, you take care.